Hey everybody, it's Naomi Rose from Wrapunzel. I'm going to do a quick tutorial, well, we'll see how quick it is, for the wreath style that I came up with on the fan group recently. This is a pretty complex tie, but it looks really neat. You're going to take first 2 long rectangular scarves and tie them on your head, both with equal ends. I really recommend when you tie them that you use the no bulk knot technique. I'll make a link to it in the video description because what that does is it alternates the colors for you. So you end up with 2 colors coming out of the top of your knot and 2 colors coming out the bottom. I'll turn around so you can see what I mean. It's not essential, but when you tie the initial knots, it'll let you alternate the colors and it'll make the effect kind of cool. Okay, so you want your scarves to be equal ends and you want them to be fairly thin. I would not use thick scarves for this, and I wouldn't use anything slippery either. Okay, so you take the 2 scarves that are further forward coming out of the knot, and you're gonna make a half knot with those pretty far forward. Like so. The reason you want it pretty far forward is because this thing takes up a lot of space on your head, this wreath that you're gonna make. Okay. Guest appearance commentary from my baby. Now you're gonna do the same thing with the 2 that are coming farther back, and you're gonna make this as far back as possible, just like you made the other one far forward. This one you're gonna make far back, so you have some space here in between them, that's okay. Okay, so here's your second half knot, which for some reason is not happening for me today. There we go. I'm doing this in my bathroom. I never shoot tutorials in my bathroom, but I'm doing this one in my bathroom, and it's not working. Come on, knot. Because I have mirrors in here that I can see the side and back of my head with. One on the door and one over here. So I highly recommend also when you're doing this that you have some kind of situation like that. Either a single mirror and then a hand mirror that you can use, or a place with 2 mirrors that are facing each other. Okay, so now I have 2 half knots tied the same way but with space in between, like so. The next step is where it gets interesting. You're going to leave the bottom ends for now. You're going to take these 2 ends and you're going to tie a half knot with them, so it's going to go across the side at the top. Like this. Yay! Okay, now I'm going to start checking how it looks in the side mirror. Okay, we're coming right along. Now this is where it starts getting tricky. You have to start tucking in ends at this point. So these are the ones that I just tied. These are the bottom ones, which I'm still going to leave for now. This knot, you have one coming out the front or the top and one coming out the bottom. You're going to keep them going in the same direction. So I'm going to take the one that came out of the top, continue it over my head, and tuck it in somewhere at the back. This is where you're going to start to be grateful if you used scarves that have no fringes, which I only used one that doesn't, but here we go anyway. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that wherever I can. Okay, I just tucked it into this same little side pocket, which is part of the original passes at the beginning of the wrap. Alright, so that's one end. Now you have the one that came out of the bottom of the knot. This one you're going to want to keep in the same direction too. So you're going to bring it down sideways. Sorry, not sideways. You're going to bring it straight down in between these 2 ends here. Like so. So you're keeping it very flat to the wrap. I'm bringing it around the bottom here, and then I'm going to tuck it in somewhere in the bottom. Really anywhere that you can find space that you're comfortable tucking an end into, you can put it there. Okay, we're getting there. Now you have these 2 ends, which came out of the bottom of the first 2 knots. You're going to make a knot with those. Mine are pretty short, but that's okay. At this point, your wreath is almost done. I'm just going to check how it's coming in the side mirror. All right. It's looking okay. And you're going to do the same thing here. This is the last and trickiest part. You have an end coming up the top and an end coming out the bottom. To make the wreath appear continuous, you don't want this to go over the knot at the top. You want it to go under. So I'm going to tuck this underneath the knot at the top so that the middle of the inside of the wreath is flat and doesn't have anything weird or sticking out in it. So then I have it up here, and I'm going to tuck it into one of the passes that go over my head. And I'm going to check it in my side mirror to make sure everything's neat. Which it isn't, but that's okay. We can fix things. All I'm doing right now is I'm fiddling with the colors to make sure each of the colors alternating appears. So basically every knot has a twist of one and a twist of the other. And you can just kind of like pick at them and pull them out from each other if you have one color that got sort of eaten up by the other one next to it. That's the fine adjusting with this wrap that you need to do to make it look really cool. Okay, so I'm almost done and it looks really, really great. Ta-da! All I have to do now is get this little fiddly thing and tuck it in the bottom somewhere. I guess theoretically you could just leave it down, but I like an updo these days. Mr. Man over there likes to pull out half of my wraps, so I'm going to tuck away my ends. I'm just going to put this into the bottom of the wrap by the knot. Okay, and now I'm going to check in my side mirror, look at the appearance of the wreath. Looks like this. And it looks pretty good. You can see the alternating colors here, purple and silver, purple and silver. And I don't think I have any major adjusting I want to do, but you can. You can, as I said, you can roll it with your fingers. You can pull little bits of it further forward or push them, tuck them in farther back. There's a lot of sort of fine adjusting you can do with this one right at the very end to make sure it's exactly how you want it. But that's how it's done. That's the wreath wrap. And I think my baby likes it too. So I'm going to sign off. It's Erev Pesach here. So Chag Sameach to everyone who's celebrating, and may you have a beautiful and joyous time together. Bye.